Hey guys and gals, it's me, George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man. And I was just reading a reply to my latest video. And one of my subscribers, Mike Pfeiffer of Mike Pfeiffer Hobbies, asked me if I would do a video on some of my old models that I have. And he didn't specify whether he was talking about the Hubleys that you see up here, and also over here, and also in here, and also right down here, or if he was talking about my plastic model cars. Many of them are super old vintage, from the very early 60s, like this here 1940 Ford Coupe is a built-up. It was built back in the 60s, unpainted by some young gun, and I've kept it that way. I like the stance, and I like the big and littles on it. And then here's the next one, is a 40 Ford sedan. And that one's just mocked up, but it's all original, as you can see. And then behind it is another 40 Ford Coupe, and again, it's all mocked up and not painted. And I have the original boxes for those. There is a 1940 Ford 3-in-1 customizing kit by AMT. I think these came out in like 61, 62, something like that. And around the same time, the 40 Ford Coupe came out. And I'd have to take them down, but I'm not sure. One of those is a complete kit, and it may be the one that this goes in. And I just pulled out what I needed. And then I have 1932 Ford Model B Ford Roadster. This is the earlier version. This one I think came out in '59. And then next to it is the one that came out a year or two later, 32 Ford Model B Roadster. And then above that is 1932 Ford V8. These are not repos. These are all originals from very early 1960, even 59. And then if you look up over here, and let me move my get up here beyond my light. Up here I have a 57 Chevrolet model, two-door hardtop, which is complete. I actually have two models inside that box. One I'm in the process of modifying to make it into a convertible, because when I was a young fellow, the car that I had when I graduated from high school was just like this, a 57 Chevy convertible. And I graduated from high school in '67, so it was already a 10-year-old car then. I didn't have a Continental kit on mine. And it had already had the motor changed. When I bought it, it had a 58 motor in it. And about a year after I bought it, I yanked that out with the automatic that was in it that kept leaking fluid and stuff, and put in a 59 V8 out of a 59 convertible that I got for parts. Paid $50 for the parts car. By the way, I only paid $100 for my 57, and it was in pretty decent shape, and it was this color, baby blue, but it had a royal blue interior and a royal blue top. And when I changed motors, I also changed it over to a 3-speed stick on the floor with a Hurst mystery shifter. Yeah, and right behind that, I'll go back to the other one again in a moment. Right behind that is an original box of a Green Hornet made by Monogram. That's from the very early 60s as well. The model kit that's inside it is actually a repo model from, I think, 1996, but the box is an original. And then going back over here again where we were before, I have this double kit 1925 Model T. most all of these kits they have reproduced over the years, but these are all originals from back in the day. No, they're not the originals that I had originally, but when I started getting back into model cars, it was all about nostalgia for me. So I started picking up some of the boxes, and I think this one here is pretty close to being a complete kit, unbuilt, the same as the Chevy up top. And then we have a 49 Ford Club Coupe. Some of you may remember the model that I built or restored for Cutworm 59, and that's what this model is of. This one is a complete kit, I believe. Unbuilt inside, again from the very early 60s. And then next to it is a 36 Ford customizing kit. And this kit, you could build it either as a coupe or a roadster. And the coupe version had a chopped top on it. And I think I actually have two kits inside of this one, an original one and a newer one, a repro, so that I could build both. But I haven't built them yet. And then dropping down here, this one here is the box for the model that I have. This model box is from 1959. And it goes with this model right here. This is a 59 Thunderbird Roadster convertible. And in 59, they were not glued together so much as they were screwed together. You can, if I were to take this out of the case and flip it upside down, it has 4 screws that holds the frame to the body, and that also holds the interior in place. The only gluing you really had to do was for the customizing parts. And this is not the original one that I built, but it is just like it, with the exception that I had the fender skirts on mine, and I had the flames on it, and it was the very first model kit that I ever got and built. Yeah, I got it for Christmas in 1959, and I was 10 years old, and that's what got me started. Yep. So yeah, I have the model, and I have most of the parts that go with it. I bought the model and the box separately, but I have directions, and I have the original decal sheet that's not been used. And so yeah, that's a real collector's item. Nostalgia for me mostly. And of course, a lot of you will recognize this model here that I built last year for the cancer awareness build. And this is just a simple snap tight kit. Let me turn this light off here. There, we can get less glare. Snap kit that I built with one of my grandchildren. And here's another snap kit that I built. Just modified it a little bit, lowered it down. And this model here is one that Cutworm sent to me. And I just put it together. It's not complete, but it's complete enough. And that's the way he built it back in the day. So I've kept it that way and have put it on display up here in my cabinet. And this one here is a die-cast 55 Chevy. It's a newer thing, but I weathered it to look like it came out of the barn.